What's up guys, this is Bloodburger. Now before I start I want to give you a little bit of my history in rhythm gaming. I found out about Guitar Hero very late, not until after Guitar Hero 2 was released in fact. When I was introduced to the game I was sold instantly. I went out and bought part 1 and part 2 and I locked myself in the room until I could beat every song on Expert. I bought every Guitar Hero game that came out, Rocks the 80s, Guitar Hero 3, Aerosmith, Metallica, and so on. When Rock Band was announced sometime later, the rest was pretty much history. I became one of the most heavily addicted armchair musicians there ever was. When I heard about Rock Band Blitz, I was disappointed. Rock Band without the instruments, on a controller, like what the hell is this garbage? Couldn't be any good, right? However, spending a fair share of hours with it, I have to say this is an experience, though not without some glaring issues, every rhythm gamer should actually experience at least once. The way Rock Band Blitz is played is completely different than any of its predecessors, obviously so due to the lack of instruments being needed to control the action. The screen is split into 3 lanes, drums on the left, bass guitar in the middle, and guitar on the right. The vocal track is added to the right of the guitar track, and when there are keyboard parts, those are added to the right of vocals. Each track has 2 notes. They fall on the left and on the right sides of the track, respectively. You play Rock Band Blitz with a standard controller. The D-pad and left analog stick triggers the left note, while the A button and the right analog stick triggers the right note. The goal is not to play every note for a specific instrument track, but to earn the best score by playing all of the instruments. You're probably wondering, how the hell am I supposed to play every instrument at the same time? Basically, you switch tracks by using the shoulder buttons on your controller. Harmonix has actually included a very effective short tutorial on how to play the game. I was very impressed with how smoothly this system actually works and how much it rewards the player for knowing each part of the song. This is actually very important and what makes Rock Band Blitz worth playing over the other games within the genre. People with a greater knowledge of music and more familiarity with each song will do better than someone who isn't as well versed. Rock Band Blitz also gives you power-ups, which are score modifiers unlocked by earning cred. Cred is basically a kudo system that awards the player points for finishing songs. You also earn coins, which are used to equip the different power-ups you've unlocked. There are things like blast notes, which clear out other notes when they are played, and score boosters for each instrument. This adds a layer of strategy to the game, since the player is afforded 3 power-up slots. Learning which ones to use in combination with each other is the key to earning huge scores. I think Harmonix's goal with this title was to return to their roots and offer the user a simplified Rock Band experience when they might not have the time to set up all the clunky instruments. They definitely achieved that, but the game shines at lower difficulties. Using a controller to play Sleepwalker by Megadeth just isn't practical. And for that reason, the gameplay in Rock Band Blitz gets a 3 out of 5. The graphics in Rock Band Blitz are perfect for what the game hopes to accomplish. The tracks are brightly colored and easily distinguishable from one another. The background is essentially a city street that doesn't draw attention to itself and away from the instrument tracks. Power-ups are nicely detailed and do their job, which is essentially letting you know what modifiers you are currently using to boost your score. The interface is slick and does a great job of giving you information in your peripheral view or at a glance. This is a huge plus because you definitely want to keep your eyes on the note chart as much as possible. The menus are simply navigated with the shoulder buttons and integrate the song list, making jumping into a song super easy. There is a recommended tab that will offer song suggestions to you from out of your library based on what you've been playing. The presentation in Rock Band Blitz is top notch and makes the title feel more like a full price game than a cheaper downloadable. Definitely gets a 4 out of 5. The audio quality in Rock Band Blitz is stellar, much like its big brothers. This is a Harmonix title, so was there really ever any question? In order to make sure this review is viewable by everyone in every country and on every device, I cannot actually include clips of the songs themselves. However, I will say that your entire Rock Band music library is playable in Rock Band Blitz. That means every song you've ever downloaded will be here, and Harmonix has actually added some new tracks to go with those. that in and of itself is reason enough to pick up the game in my opinion. The rhythm genre is all about the music. There is no shortage of that in this game. 5 out of 5. Being a purist of the rhythm genre and having played every title there is, I can say that Band Blitz is definitely a worthy addition to your collection if you're a fan. That being said, the game is best enjoyed at the casual level. The early songs are a breeze and are super fun, but when you progress into the 5-star and hell difficulty songs, the game begins to come apart and your thumbs simply aren't fast enough to keep up. That is unless you've played for hours on end and practiced your ass off. In my opinion, practice time would be better served on an older Rock Band title, or better yet, a real instrument if you're really serious about making music. Rock Band Blitz is a solid game, still fun, and it gets a 4 out of 5.